But now let's have a look at federal politics. And Anthony Albanese is joining a growing chorus of politicians, both federal and state, who want to see enforceable age limits on social media. Have a look.
Parents are worried sick about what their kids have access to online. It is a major social issue in this country. We want to respond positively to the request from parents that we do something about this. We want to make sure that any measures that are put in place are effective, because one of the concerns which is there is that age protocols may be circumvented by users.
Okay, let's bring in Sky News host Liz Storer and contributor Joe Hildebrand. Joe, in a sense, wouldn't this be a relief to parents that they don't have to say to their kids, you're banned from TikTok? In their young teenage years, they can say, well, the government's banning this.
That's right. This is an absolute godsend. Good on the PM for doing this. Chris Minns also came out very early, the Premier of New South Wales, and said, yep, I'm all on board. I cannot punch a hole in it. I cannot see, I've been saying for years now, I cannot see pretty much any benefit from social media, certainly no benefit which outweighs the downside to it. It's been an absolute force for destruction right across the globe, particularly in the West, and I think it has really harmed politics, and I think it has harmed public life. The difference
We're not talking about bad
no. But I was about to say, the difference is that adults, what I'm saying is that I've seen it do harm to adults who have got hides as tough as rhinoceroses. Just imagine the harm that it is doing. We don't have to. We've seen the suicides. We've seen the bullying. We've seen, that's right. And again, all sorts of things, even just kids, that's the extreme end, obviously, and that's horrendous enough. But, kids being addicted to it, dragged into it by the algorithm, it rewarding the focus, it rewarding extreme behaviour and just dragging kids in so that they're zombies, distracting them when they're at school. We know that it reduces cognitive function when kids are at school, let alone when they're at home. This is no place for children. It's no place for adults, and it's definitely no place for children.
One of the stories as a journalist that will never leave me is interviewing the parents of a 10-year-old who took her own life after she was cyberbullied so badly. And of course, bullying is terrible in the playground, but the cyberbullying, it follows the children into their bedrooms. The parents don't know what's going on. Liz, it only makes sense to have an enforceable ban here, raising the age limit to 16.
I can't imagine any rational person disagreeing. My biggest question is what took so long? We have had such comprehensive data for so long that has been screaming at us worldwide that the effect of social media on children is massively detrimental, socially, mentally, you name it. It is no good. So why now, better late than never, but why now is the government suddenly taking measures? And I've said it before, my only question mark here is how on earth you can enforce such a ban without really railroading absolutely everybody else's rights. We heard the Morrison government talk in late 2021.
So are you for this or against this?
No, like I said, no rational person would oppose a ban of children accessing social media, especially if they visited any amount of the study that's been done. But in order to enforce such a ban, we are unquestionably looking at what it will require, and that is going to mean quite a few rights, matters of privacy for adults, because everyone is going to have to prove that they are who they say they are in order to jump online, in order to prove I am not a child, I am old enough to access
You know what? I wouldn't need to show them my ID. I'd just have to show them my wrinkles up close.